5 and you're still alive. That means you got through the midterm exam and now you're raring to go for the end of the course, so you don't have to watch too many more of these videos starring moi. All right. Now, this time, and for the next few weeks, we're going to be doing not 1, but 2 chapters each week. Okay, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit, but we feel that you're ready for it, so here we go. All right. In this section of the course, we're going to talk about process management. Now, we all know what a process is, right? A process is something that is broken down into easily manageable steps. And the only way you can complete the entire process is if you master each one of the steps along the way. Think about that. If you're a writer, okay, when you sit down to write something, okay, you do something that's called pre-writing, okay, which is when you gather all your information. Then you actually sit down and you do the writing, okay? You organize it and you actually write a first draft. And then what you do is you revise it, don't you? Once you've written the first draft and read it to someone or had your instructor look at it, okay? Well, the sales process is the same type of thing. It's an iteration. It's a process. You have to go through it. You have to be trained. You have to know the types of clues to look for in order to help the customer get what they want or need. And remember, there are always wants and needs on the part of the customer, okay? Customers need certain things, but they also want other things. So it's up to you as the sales rep, and more to the point, your sales manager, to be able to train you to look for clues so that you can identify what the customer wants or needs. In the first one, we're going to learn about supervising, managing, and leading salespeople and sales teams, okay? Now think about that, okay? Supervising, managing, and leading. Those 3 words sound almost the same, don't they? And mentally in your mind, they are the same, but they're not, are they? Okay? Think about the difference between a good manager and a leader. What does a good manager do that a good leader doesn't? Well, nothing. It's what the good leader does that a good manager doesn't do is what you're going to focus on. Now, a manager basically is the type of person who's going to show up at their job every day and have a list of 10 things to do. Basically, they're going to go from sales rep A to sales rep C and say, you do these 3 things, you do these 3 things, and you do these 3 things. And the sales rep says, why? And the manager says, because we need to get these 10 things done by the end of the day. So come back to me when they're done and only when they're done. On the other hand, a true leader as a sales manager will walk up to the reps and say, listen, the 3 of you, we've got 10 things to accomplish today, and here's why. I'm giving you these 3 because you are strongest here. I'm giving you these 3 because I think you need a little more seasoning, and these are new accounts. I'm giving these last 4 to you. The good leader takes the time to explain why things need to be done, okay, and is always there to answer questions. A manager may just hand you something and walk away. Supervisor can be basically, spread out amongst both of them because basically both do supervise people. But the critical part about a successful sales manager is they not only lead by example, but they also motivate their reps, be it through intrinsic or extrinsic values and behaviors. And we'll learn a lot more about those things in the chapters coming up. But for this week, let's talk a little bit about supervising, managing, and leading salespeople and sales teams. The last item I want to leave you with here is that it's different motivating an individual than it is a team. Okay, now remember that before you go in. Remember that you've got your case analysis to do this week, and we're also back to our discussion boards, which has the case limit. So check out your syllabus, find out where those are located, and again, best of luck. See you next chapter.